Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to a beautiful day. Jesus. Today, we are here to do something that no one has ever thought of before. We are going to push the limits, as the Koreans would say. We are going to redo Atoraxxion 1 week later. Because technically the 5-man mode and a lot of bug issues, fixes, things happen. And it's not just for the bug fixes. We also need to see if the Scholar and a Sage have special interactions. The Scholar, I don't think so. But
me neither, but at this point I did the whole Atoraxxion with the Scholar. I'm going to keep going until the end. Maybe something about a Cave, I don't know.
Yeah, of course. You and your Caves. Sure. Atoraxxion is a male-dominated force. It is by the Sage, for the Sage. Not a Scholar, little wannabes with these hammers. The Sage doesn't have the hammers. The Sage has the one, the only key builds. That's look how good we hold it as well. No, not like some puny beta male. We're alpha here the way we hold it. Yeah. Anyway, and we're here to figure out essentially what are the special interactions and if there are any, because with the way things are going, you know, it's very we read some things in the patch notes, but the interactions were added in the last patch, right? So if you were to do it the first week, you would have lost them. Weirdly enough. I'm not sure why. Anyway.
Probably they didn't translate it yet, I don't know. Not good looking, however.
As a reminder, Atoraxxion
is in the suggested question.
It is suggested, not me.
Yeah, because it was the...
Fix this. Please, I'm entertaining, okay?
Okay, no, I was just explaining.
Yeah.
For some reason, and it doesn't look good to be honest, before Atoraxxion was a main quest, which makes sense because in theory the whole story of Atoraxxion, which incidentally it is also part of the backstory of the Sage, used to be quite an important part of the story of the world of Black Desert. And in fact, Atoraxxion was released as the first voice-acted quest ever, because, as you know, originally the main quest of Black Desert was not voice-acted. At certain point, however, something happened and it was put in suggested and not main quest anymore. Which doesn't look good, because if you do something like that, you are kinda hinting at the fact that it doesn't matter much anymore, despite being all voice acted and everything.
Yes. Let's say removing Atoraxxion from the main question has a lot of issues, because entire questlines have been based on Atoraxxion.
Mountain of Eternal Winter, for example.
Mountain of Winter, and Lukita as well.
No, actually, in Lukita... No, like, the silly thing is that in Lukita, we have references to Atoraxxion, but only if we do the log knowledge. If we do the questline, the whole story is focused on the present and what Neruda Shen, Baritz III, and Baran Nasser are doing. So, like, actually, Atoraxxion is related to Ulukita, but is not mentioned in the main quest.
Okay.
And not having secondary quests, like story secondary quests in Ulukita, we only have the knowledge. And we learn what we know about Atoraxxion through the knowledge.
Okay. Because in the end, the region of Lukita is connected to Atoraxxion, because it kind of shows there's another entry, which is weird, right? That they played the whole thing. So it is a bit there. Again, the Sage story would be bad if it became just a secondary questline. The same thing, like the beginning of Mountain of Eternal Winter wouldn't make no sense, because why would you look for the flame If you don't... Like, the flame and the heart of Atomagia are meant to be together.
Probably they realized that the heart of Atomagia wasn't that of much of a good idea, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Hey partner, aren't you itching to know? I'm talking about those secret guards. Any news on the Protokea investigation? We should have heard something by now, shouldn't we? Those noisy fools have gone quiet, so they must be up to something big. And the White Witch is probably waiting for us at the last Gladius.
Yeah, because in theory we were supposed to fight in the last Gladius to get the heart of Atomagia.
Yes. That is true. I heard the rumor, you know. Big names are gathering at the Society of Equilibrium. But here's the kicker. You actually know every single one of them. True and false? It depends. I'll explain later, but I think in Valencia you don't get to know the princess that well unless you make it.
Technically yes you do.
Okay.
Because they didn't rework it, so some things are hidden or not properly explained, but technically yes you know Sai as well.
Yeah, because I know that in the second part of the questline, at the one point you had to choose who to give the...
Yeah, you talked to her briefly because you talked to all the Nesser family.
Yeah.
But probably in the rework you'll have more interaction with them if and when we'll get it.
Yeah. Who are they? Jared Domongat from Serendia, Vairecia Outdoor from Delita, Isabella and Karosha from Calfian, Saya Nesser from Valencia.
And also Medea, because Saya has diplomatic matters going on with Barids.
Quite the lineup, huh? Yeah. Yeah, if you would have put it in the order of the quest lines, it would have been better, but... So what do you think, partner? Doesn't feel like something's up? There's definitely something brewing. They all live far away from Valendir. But they've all come together. They're all coming together. Let's use the wells. We know that now some NPCs can use them anyway, so... Oh, by the way, here's a letter for you.
To our esteemed Adana, and all our generous patrons. Your tireless efforts have paved the way for a major breakthrough in the Society of Equilibrium. Atoraxxion's last biome is finally revealing itself, marking the beginning of another great expedition to uncover the secrets of the ancients. To recognize and inspire all who have contributed, we are hosting a grand gathering, the Night of Patrons. We hope you will join us for this special occasion.
Night of Patrons. Sounds like fun. Let's check it out. We all know each other after all.
Welcome, Adana. We've been expecting you. Right this way, please. Follow me.
For Night of Patrons, it sure as fuck is like.
Other patrons are already here, enjoying the feast.
We see the secret guards. We see merchants from Calfion, politicians from Calfion, specifically Isabel and Karosha.
Knew we couldn't do this without you.
Huh? Who's here? Okay, assistant, over here.
Of course. It may be the Night of Patrons, but there's no way our branch head would miss an event like this.
Still bugged?
As I hear you've been traveling lands across the sea for some time now. Thank goodness you seem to be in good health, with no apparent troubles.
Because in theory this happens after you do Land of the Morning Light.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Isn't that right? It's been ages since we last met. I really missed you. Oh, I was invited here as a patron. This little shy wouldn't stop talking about you, so I just had to come. Turns out, it's more interesting than I expected.
Isn't that what friends are for? I heard your friends are well off. We needed the budget to finish the Atoraxxion excavation.
What's the situation in Calfin?
Same old story. They put on a dignified front, but beneath it all, the Council is a ruthless battleground of political schemes. Not that any of their tricks are particularly clever. As long as I'm here, House Enkarosia remains strong. It won't be easy, but one day, I'll make sure my father takes control of the Council. That's the only way to stop them from making that poor lady suffer even more. I'll do what I must from where I stand, and I just hope it helps you along the way.
Okay, so now we pretty much have to talk with the other NPCs, and we start with Jared Tomongat.
What do you say? It's a fine evening. Care to join me for a drink?
And of course, we have with her Arundi simping on her despite having wife and children, and our good old Roig Mig who wants to be stepped on by Jared.
It's been a while.
Something pulled me here. I guess I just wanted to see you. It's really good to see you again. I know you'll handle things just fine like always. I'll do my part, whatever I can, to support you.
Okay, so basically this is how we find out who's paying for the excavation.
Yeah.
Then we have Violencia accompanied by the Vedir's guard, not making much sense because technically these are Ahebs.
I lent my aid here and there, and in time, they regarded me as a patron. Thus, fate granted me the honor of seeing you once again.
Good to see you. How goes the war? How's the war?
All is proceeding smoothly, for both sides indeed. Zephyr has yet to
Because
make
let's remember that this happens also after the whole thing of the questline of the War of the Roses. So, long story short, the War of the Roses was a plot created by Violencia Odor, the Queen of Odillita, and Brolina Ornette, Queen of Camasilvia, so they could push their worst and most violent factions one against the other. So basically we had the ancient guard of the previous queen of Camasilvia, Amelia, the special guards, the not the Aker, I always forget their name.
Final.
Ainel. The Ainel used to be the special guard of Amelia, and they did some war crimes during the war between the sisters, among the sisters. So, when Brolina finally managed to take control and, let's say, dethrone Amelia, the Ainels were still there. So, what do? Do you execute all of them because they were the most loyal to Amelia? You can't really do that, otherwise you would be the same as Amelia. So you kill almost all of them, and you leave some of them that also get ostracized by the others. Ganel, what could go wrong? Well, it could go wrong that now the Ainels are plotting to dethrone Brolina. So Brolina puts them on the field and says, okay, I choose you to fight for Camasilvia and to represent the Ganels against the Ahebs. And pretty much Violencia does the same, but instead of deploying the Ainels, because of course they don't have them, they deploy the Sephir Ahebs, as in the faction of the Ahebs led by fake Queen Sephir. So right now we have the War of the Roses going on, where And the whole point of the War of the Roses is having the Ainels and the Sephirs killing each other, and whoever comes out as victorious is going to get killed by either the Ganels or the Ahibs. So this is a good way to eliminate simply a very problematic issue.
Except the two queens did not watch Game of Thrones and do not understand the consequence of turning your worst enemies into war heroes. But who are we to judge, right?
But we must not presume she will remain silent forever. Brelina and I shall not permit her misdeeds to go unpunished.
So here technically Sephir did not do anything from a point of view of the story.
While you engage in the grand battle, we will prepare for whatever threat may follow.
By the way, there is no grand battle.
It's comforting to see you as strong as ever. Since you walk alongside the darkness, I can't help but worry every time.
Whatever you say. It's been a while. How's Valencia?
Valencia is peaceful, with no major issues. But the people's hearts, they've changed. The songs that once celebrated the adventurer have become songs of longing. And honestly, I feel the same way.
Just rework the questline then.
I wasn't sure if I'd see you again. But now that I have, I can't help but feel happy. It's like something that was missing inside me has finally returned.
She's
Too
flirting
much.
with us.
Pretty much too much.
No matter what, I trust you. I know you'll find your way. But still, be careful. The darkness is always lurking.
Okay, and last but not least, we go talk to Yaz. By the way, we don't know why we only have Violencia and not Brolina, but we'll take it. Probably they have to take turns on plotting and Kama Silvia and Odilita.
Yeah, and a very important thing. Saya, as I said, definitely does not talk like this. Like, she's not some type of e-girl trying to flirt with you.
Yeah.
She's a princess of the Valencian royal family. Some grace, please.
So, not bad for a bunch of dusty scholars, right? Well, of course. It was planned by none other than yours truly.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, time for you and me to get down to business. Oh, look! Here comes Eden, Martha, and Laffy. Ahem. Let's begin the 4th Society of Equilibrium Atoraxxion excavation meeting. I hereby declare the official start of the Orzekea excavation.
Come on now, no need to rush straight into a grand announcement. Ah, adventurer, long time no see. You always seem to be in great shape.
Yeah, the thing is like, oh yeah, we organize all of these and we are going to do random things. Like, bro, no, usually these events like you have to go on a podium, get the attention on everyone. Like, you should do a cinematic for that, basically. Not like, oh, let's start the excavation of Orzekea. Like, no, not now, maybe later. Like,
Ah, by my beard, the old crew is assembled once more. This time we'll make that white witch rue her treachery.
Now that you're here, it finally feels real. The final excavation of Atoraxxion is about to begin.
Have you looked into Orzekea yet?
You bet. The Protokea, destroyed by Rux's second life. We tracked the coordinates left behind there and scouted Orzekea.
I love that they tell you this since you are Rak's second life.
Yeah, it's pretty beautiful, isn't it?
And you won't believe this. Brace yourself. The soul magia of Orzekea. It's been mastered by none other than me, the great Yaz.
Weird.
Yaz, you're making way too big a deal out of this. It's not that amazing. Just wait. Laffy and I will master it too, and we'll prove it to you.
Weird. Because, like, despite what Yaz
In the
says,
Secret Guards,
she's not
I'm
that smart.
probably the only one who can actually control soul magia. Obviously, it's a skill reserved for geniuses like me.
Geniuses like you, huh?
Alright, since you're curious,
Imagine to
let me
tell
break it
that
down
to
for you.
Rax.
Up until now, Atoraxxion has always reacted strongly to your black spirit, right? But back in Yolunakia, for some reason, it suddenly started attacking me too. Weird, huh?
Yeah, totally
Not
not a
weird
plot
at all.
hole.
Now that I've figured out how to control Orzekea's soul magia, it makes me wonder. Maybe we've synced up, and the system sees us as one now.
I really doubt.
You little whelp! I've had enough of your foolish prattle.
Ow! What was that for?
Even a fan flamingo would muster a better excuse than you.
So Luffy just beaten Yaz.
Yeah, Luffy just slapped us. Here, hey, honestly. Take a PNG of a hand and just do this. Okay? Animators? This. This movement? Not hard. Just move on the Y coordinate. A fucking PNG. Something. An emote. Feels like there's more to it.
Ow! Did I just get a bump on my head?
Damn.
You really are sharp, Assistant. Alright, don't be shocked by what I'm about to tell you. Now listen carefully. So here's the deal. It's actually... The thing is...
Oi, you little scamp! Quit wasting the adventurers' precious time! Spit it out already so we can go help them!
Okay, very funny.
Ugh! Why are you so fired up, you stumpy loudmouth? Alright, listen. We picked up signs of life deep inside. Can you even imagine a living creature inside a ruin that's thousands of years old?
Very weird since it was
Now, hold
sealed.
on. Did you forget about Choppy? That little one was so adorable.
Yeah, like at this point it has to be the
Wait,
Choppy.
Choppy was inside the ruins.
Come on, Arthur, focus. That's not the
No,
point.
it was quite weird.
Aye,
Yeah.
indeed. There's an actual intelligent being in there. One that can talk and...
Like Ilezra.
Ah! What?
Who are you? State your name.
What the heck is that?
To the stars.
Lamau. Missed
Still
everyone.
alive?
Yeah, weird. Let's say it was the Black Spirit.
Is everyone okay? What just happened?
Error detected. Eliminating.
Really? No.
No special interaction for you. Fuck off.
Adana must die.
in the depths have you been hiding?
Target change. Dawn must destroy. Mother, grant me strength.
My weapon spinning.
Care? No, it can't be. Why on earth are you like this?
Stay back!
Cathris's daughter, am I?
Kavros Daughters is a reference to Orwen because it is revealed in the questline of Camasilvian and Odilita that Orwen is the daughter of Caphras, and apparently Orwen knows these ancient weapons that technically is from Orzekea, which is quite weird. Also because in theory, in Cavasilvia, it is said that basically her only friend was Catherine.
Yep, makes no sense. Talk with us.
Hey, you okay, assistant? That creepy thing just now. I'm sure of it. That was the life sign we picked up.
Not very lively, if you ask
No,
me.
yeah, no. Oren looks like she knew something.
Yeah, weird, huh? Orwen's usually so shy, and as far as I know, her
That
only
was on the
friends are
point.
us, the secret guards.
Eden! Owen! Bah, now that's just grand. By my beard, they're both out cold.
They dodged. They dodged and just...
But because the explosion, the aftermath of the explosion make them faint.
You have to remember that technically Eden is one a Naga.
Yeah.
Hey, assistant! That weapon might be linked to Orze. Or maybe it's Orze herself.
Kinda, but not really. Let's go to Orzekea now.
Right now? Okay. You must have a plan, right? Laffy, you handle things here, got it?
Very well, just this once I'll grant you your wish. Eden! Owen! Rise, you knuckleheads!
He's slapping some bitches then.
Yas, adventurer, you go on ahead. We'll catch up after we finish clearing the hall.
And your underwear as well, maybe.
Assistant, we're splitting up until we reach Talabray's door. Just like always, got it? I'll go on ahead and wait for you there. Oh, you made it? You're quicker than I expected, assistant. All right, let's get inside. I've already locked in the coordinates. I just got here myself. Now we need to head to Orzekea. If Alezra gets her hands on the Ator Legion, the world will burn. We have to stop her.
Okay. Alezra needs to get her hands on both the flame of the Unix, the flame of that can devour gods, and the heart of Atomagia. In order for her to do this, we know that she does not have the flame, because no one knows where the flame is.
Except the Guardian, technically, since I have an ember of it, but
Yes.
let's put that on the side.
Besides that, and you have a heart, so it's useless.
Yeah.
There's no reason for us to go to continue this quest, because in fact the whole point of Mountain of the Eternal Winter is that they're trying to find out the other biomes of Atoraxxion, but we need to find the flame before Alezra does, because she already has the heart. So at this point, stop trying to push us with the but if Alezra gets her hands on the Ator Legion, like, stop.
And then what? She can't operate it.
Yeah.
Also, like this whole thing that you needed the Unix apparently as a fuel, because otherwise, like, we are not even sure about what exactly the Heart of Atomagia is, because apparently it is the command control of the Legion of the Athor, but it needs to be fueled, and apparently for some reason the only thing that can fuel it is the Yinix. And at this point my question is, how was the sage able to know about the Yinix and create a thing that could work only with the Yinix, despite he not knowing where the Yinix was?
Yeah, and you know how they said that the Gladius is needed to activate the Heart of Atoraxxion? It's like, what? Do they mean that you need with the flame you can bypass the Gladius? But if that's the case, we shouldn't never ever continue to follow Ilesra here, because we can just be like, we take Orze with us, since we have her, you know, we have big swords, we can just...
Yeah, at this point it's not about getting like stopping Ilesra, it's just about finally catching her, because it seems Medea we've been following her to stop her. It's not even anymore about the Athor Legion.
Yeah.
Come on, we've got no time to waste.
We need to be extra cautious this time.
Obviously, you're the one and only world-class fighter personally acknowledged by yours truly, right? Even if you hadn't said anything, I was already planning to stick to you like your shadow, so don't worry. Now let's get moving. That bizarre Racio weapon we ran into at the Society of Equilibrium, we have to find it before the witch does.
Well, it's not that.
As I said in the other stream, this is very weird, because technically the ancient weapons we find in Atoraxxion are supposedly copies of ancient weapons from the past. So we have Baha copying the ancient weapons we find in the desert, Sika copying those you can find in Sikraya. Then we have Yolu, in theory copying whatever was in Odillit, I guess. But the issue is that what we have in Gifin Raja Temple are not ancient weapons. They are, in fact, a very specific type of creatures that used to be dolls. So, back in the days, when Kuturan was still Kuturan before becoming Turazil, it was like the shelter, the home of Zarka. And to make Zarka work, apparently, according to what we find in the Crypt of Resting Thoughts, to fuel Zarka, they had to sacrifice things to him, specifically children. Before or after, I don't remember exactly when, they started to sacrifice the Oluns, and when they finished, or before finding, I guess after finishing the Oluns, they were sacrificing something small and nice, and they were sacrificing children. However, these children were specifically bred apparently to be sacrifices, and they were kept in the darkest depths of the Crypt of Resting Thoughts, where now we find the Ahibs corrupted by the curse. What's the problem? That if you put children in the depths of a cave, they cry because they are scared and not very happy about being sacrificed. And apparently the witch, the Hexamoa, I guess, who was in charge of taking care of the children, because of course if you want to sacrifice them alive, you have to keep them alive in the meantime, wasn't very happy about hearing their cries all the time. So she hired a person to make dolls for them. Now, at certain point, the Ibedor personification, pet of Adum, we are not sure about the relationship, but surely close to Adum, came and visited the children and told them, "Oh, you know that I can grant one of your wishes, and if you chant and ask for the dolls to become your companions, they are going to become really your companions and become alive." And so the children started to chant. And lo and behold, the dolls really became soldiers, and in fact they became what we nowadays find in Gifin Raja Temple. But how did they go from the depths of the crypt of resting thoughts to the Gifin Raja Temple? Well, at certain point the sacrifice stopped and the dolls remained alone. Okiara, the river goddess from Kamasilvia, running through the depths of the land, found them and told them, it's not nice to stay here. Do you want me to lead you to a nicer place? And they said, yes, please. And so she brought them to the Gifin Raja Temple. But why the Gifin Raja Temple? Because that territory was granted by the Tooth Fairies, and because the Tooth Fairies are the reincarnated souls of the children sacrificed to Zarka. So, all of this to say that technically Orze wasn't supposed to go in Gifin Raja Temple, but more to the center of Odillita, so where we have Odraxxia, the Crypt of Resting Thoughts, the Olm's Valley and whatnot. And in fact, Cathawen, the ancient weapon we saw, looked like one of the Ahibs corrupted that we find nowadays in the Crypt of Resting Thoughts. Now, what's the problem with this? That Cathawen just looks like a, how can I say, an ancient weapon version of the Ahibs, the corrupted Ahibs. I don't really see why call it a Gifin Raja weapon, also because technically the Gifin Raja are not weapons, as I explained, but are the mutated dolls of the children sacrificed to Zarka.
Yeah.
I'll head out first, so catch up fast, assistant.
Orzekea. So this is the final biome, huh? Can't wait to see what's inside. After you, partner. Keep... Huh? Okay.
Yeah,
I think it's related.
no, not really.
You sense something? I'm not sure how to put it. If I had to describe it, I'd say it feels familiar. Not like deja vu. Not like I've seen this place before. It's more like everything, the air, the atmosphere feels right, like I belong here. What's this place? Maybe that's what creeps me out the most. It's such a strange feeling.
We have to, because technically you're supposed to enter and then talk to the...
And of course, we're going to put normal entry, I guess.
Yeah. So basically, you enter, you look around, and the Black Spirit is supposed to say, "Oh, it's like I feel like I belong here."
Wow. I noticed it the first time I came here, but this place really has a peculiar vibe.
Peculiar?
Yeah, and kind of fascinating too. Doesn't it feel more like an ancient ruin than a stronghold?
No.
What's your take, assistant? Especially that thing. Does the soul magia here feel the same as the one in Valmalkia?
Not sure, I don't feel anything.
Oh, that's a relief. Actually, I already activated it myself. Maybe that's why it's not reacting to your little companion. Alright, here's the plan. Just trust me, assistant. I've got everything figured out.
What's the plan?
Simple. I take full control of soul magia first, and you just follow my lead. That way, your evil little friend won't have to interact with it at all, so it'll stay completely silent. And if it stays quiet, Elezra won't be able to track us. What do you think? Pretty brilliant, right?
No.
I'll go on ahead! My curiosity can't be contained! Whee!
We. Ah, look at the little brat, actually being considerate, thinking ahead for me and everything. Well, as much as I hate to say it, Yaz has a point. Something about this place feels different. Strangely different. Actually, it doesn't. It's the most like dog shit fucking place. Look at it. You're just going towards to fucking Odilita. Like, what's so different?
Because of what's in the dungeon at the end, in my opinion. Because it's not about the look, it's about the energy contained in the dungeon. We are going to find out at the end.
Yeah. They could have done with like a weird special effect or something, right? But yeah, it looks like we just don't deal it. Like, oh yeah, we have the blue roses. Wow.
But because technically, the silly thing is that despite being connected to the Black Spirit, we can't feel anything. Not even the Sage feels something different. So, from our perspective, the dungeon is basically like Yolunakia. Also the fact that at certain point they decided that Yolunakia and Orzekea were both based on the ancient Odilita, despite the fact that the biome were supposed to be all different. So we were expecting at least one of the biomes being in like set in Mountain of Eternal Winter. Since technically they were supposed to represent the hot, the cold, the dry, and the wet. And technically the hot was supposed to be Vamalkia, Sikrakia was supposed to be the cold, the wet Yolunakia, and the dry Orzekea.
Yeah.
But basically Yolunakia and Orzekea look pretty much the same. And like they are not really biomes, different biomes, because they are both forests.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like they're trying to like, oh, it's so different, it's so this and that, but it's like, no, it isn't. It's...
But because we can't see it, because it's not about the appearance, it's about what's inside. It's about the energy. You can't represent it physically, so of course to us it doesn't feel different. And in fact, we also say it.
Yeah. Like, it's like something's calling out to me. Weird, huh? Haha. Whatever.
Were you chatting with your little friend? What did it say? Oh, let me guess. This place gives it the creeps?
Yeah, I did, but how did you know?
I don't know. It's weird. But whenever I come to Atoraxxion, I can really feel your black spirit's emotions.
This makes no sense. Let's keep going.
But here, it's even stronger.
Hey, the eyes
Like,
rendered this time.
I swear, I can almost see it. Maybe Orze had some kind of connection with the black spirit too?
My hairstyle is different for some reason. That's not my character's hairstyle.
Probably because automatically you are shown as the actual aesthetic of the Sage. You don't even have the makeup and the colors.
I mean, she was Rux's disciple, right? She probably studied the Black Spirit for ages. Oh, and come to think of it, Orze was a follower of the Dark Goddess too. Ugh, no wonder this place feels so creepy. Gives me the chills.
Not really. If you want something to be creepy, you can give it like roses and flowers around and greenery. But that's just me. First things first, let's check out Sol Magia.
Alright, I'll try to connect with Sol Magia first. Keep your distance and approach slowly, okay? Its glow won't last long, so keep your eyes on it and step in at just the right moment. Got it?
The Sol Magia's light has gone out.
See? A genius like me never gets things wrong. Let's keep rolling, assistant. Looks like we're in the clear. Your evil little friend isn't making a fuss. Bet that white witch is losing her mind over this. Alright, we should be good now. Let's take a closer look at Sol Magia.
Is there a reason why this little runt is the only one it responds to?
Yes, actually there is, and we're going to find out.
How does it feel as we get closer? What? You want to know if I can sense someone trying to steal my power or something? No, I've already told you, it's somewhat different. Yeah, look, see? Like, my hair is long.
I know, but you don't even have the makeup. Like, you have the aesthetic you are supposed to have. in this. Okay.
No, of course, but that's the problem because you can't change one character's appearance for no fucking reason in a cutscene.
Well, technically, there is a reason, and the reason is that all the aesthetics that are not the starting one are not canon. Like, the way your character is made is not canon. This is not how you should look. And this is not how you look in the story, because in the story, you look like the preset.
Wow, that's sad.
It's the issue of saying, actually, your class is not your class, but it is a character with a story. And while in the beginning changing your character was canon, with the changes they made and clarified in the 10th anniversary event, technically each character who's not looking like the basic preset is not canon.
Vabbè. Why would touching it change things? Okay, let's see. Soul Magia isn't reacting at all, even when touched. What did you do?
Huh? Oh, come on. You think I broke it? No way. I just gave the power source a gentle nudge, that's all. Though, every time I do, I feel this weird surge of energy. Wait a second. Did I just absorb the ruin's power?
Okay, this I think is a Forspoken meme. Like, did I do that? I just moved shit with my mind. It's like, did I just do that? Like, stop. No.
Maybe I've got a connection to Soul Magia too. What if, just hear me out, I'm actually an Idana too?
You would hear your black spirit in your head, trust us.
Yeah.
Huh? Why are you looking at me like that? Relax, I'm kidding. Unlike you, I don't have a black spirit following me around.
Then you cannot be an Edana. You never know.
Huh? Hey, don't freak me out. I'm not a fighter like you, and I don't want to get consumed by a black spirit.
And as I said last time, you don't have to be a fighter to be an Edana, because, for example, Sirare is not a fighter.
Yeah. I don't know why they have this thing here with the fighter. Sirare was...
I can chat with supernatural beings because I was just born with that knack.
Okay, Lady Gaga.
Valentine back home said that once every 100 years, a shy like me is born. He'd say, "You're a genius our town can't handle. So when you come of age, you must set out on an adventure."
Yeah.
Basically, Valentine told the Yaz very gently to fuck off.
Enough of that. Let's check out Soul Magia. I was too scared to look in case some crazy weapon jumped out.
Pussy. Soul Magia is responding to Yaz.
With the assistant here today, we shouldn't have any issues, right? We verified access authorization, so we just need a response.
Access attempt detected. Verifying authorization. Voice ID complete. Blood analysis complete.
That's a very specific
Match
analysis.
Complete. Iris match complete. Other physiological traits analysis complete. Access granted. Data access approved. Reconstructing user profile complete. Welcome back, Power Source Manager.
The PSM is back!
Wait, what? Power Source Manager? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you manage the power source, what can I tell you? Sounds like he's talking about you.
Me? You're telling me I, the great Yaz, actually had control over Soul Magia's power all along?
Yes.
Is that why I could turn these on and off, just like that? Why? What connection do I even have with Atoraxxion? Is this another one of Alezra's tricks?
Yeah, blame it on Ilesra.
Yeah, that's his fault.
Or... no way. What if Orze is still alive? And trying to send us a message?
Well, technically, Orze is still alive, or at least we know she survived the Kaivization.
Yeah. Or the hidden truth behind your birth.
What? Hey! How dare you question the birth of the cutest little genius from Florin?
What? Yeah.
Sure, Grandpa Valentine loved to joke that he found me under the Bree Tree ruins. But I've never questioned my origins. Huh. You're the first to treat me this way.
We don't even know how shies are born, so...
Access authorization confirmed. Opening the archive.
Well, when two shies love each other very much.
Do they lay eggs? Or do they jump together on the herb purified?
Whatever. Let's just check the records. There might be more information in here.
Full list of public records detected. Assessing available power levels for the power source manager. Current power level is at 5%. Sorting records accessible within the power limit. Sorting complete. Accessing the first record. Access authorization confirmed. Opening the archive.
So your power determines what records we can access?
Yeah, and from the looks of it, I don't have much left. Which means these must be the most important records. Out of all that data, these are the ones that got top priority. Alright, let's dig in.
The day the Stronghold crumbled, I thought my duty was done. All that was left was to wait for the Dark Goddess to take us.
Wait, this... it connects to what we saw in Yolunakia? Yes! What happened next? Hurry, let's read more!
Continue to read the next part.
But then, Vaha offered us a choice. Kaivization. And so, we entrusted our minds to the Kaiv, just as he wished. I thought we'd wake up together in another world. But I was the only one who failed to sink, and woke up alone. Vaha, Sika, and Yolu were nothing but empty shells. Their vacant eyes, staring right through me. Suddenly, the goddess spoke to me once more. My dear Orze, you still have a purpose to fulfill.
A message from the goddess? Oh, the Dark Goddess. So the deity Orze worshipped was actually real.
You can hear voices, to be honest.
Hold on. There's no mention of the other Dakimas dying. Does that mean the other three could still be alive?
What?
There's definitely a good mention about them dying.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we know that they failed the Kaivization and they became empty shells because their consciousness got destroyed.
Yeah.
The Kaivization consists into moving your consciousness outside of your body into a Kaiv, which is a storing system like the Sage did, and then retrieving it to another body, a clone of your body, like Rax. And doing this transfer of consciousness, if something goes wrong, you lose your consciousness and your body becomes hollow.
Nope. Continue the next part of the record.
I fell to my knees, clasping my hands in prayer. Just as I had before, I called out to the Dark Goddess. Oh, Dark Goddess, ruler of my existence, let the world bear witness that your will was carried out through my own hands.
I guess?
What was Orze after? Oh, why does it always cut off at the best part? Are we supposed to keep chasing these records?
Yes.
Exactly. This was all planned. Orze wanted us to follow the trail. That explains why I was suddenly made the power source manager. If I'm the only one managing the Stronghold's power, Elezra won't be able to get her hands on this record.
And we know this is fake because Elezra was already able to create puzzles for the Stronghold.
Yeah, but also how she gets recognized, it is something very peculiar, because one might think, okay, probably she is somehow connected to one of the architects, but it's not even that. Like, it's the fact that it is specifically Yaz because one might say, oh, probably she's a descendant, so she shares part of the DNA with the architects of Rax. But the issue is that the biometrics are too specific. In fact, if it was just like a correlation of DNA, Rax, so when you play with the Sage, should have access as well, because he used to be one of the managers of the whole of Atoraxxion, because he created and made functioning Protokea.
No.
Think we can find Orze before Elezra does? That sneaky old hag. Not gonna let her get the upper hand this time.
Hey.
Oh, that reminds me. I just spotted something really interesting in Sol Magia.
Something interesting.
Yeah. Sol Magia here don't just absorb the Dark Invader's power. They can redirect it too.
Whatever it means.
And that's not even the best part. They can completely discharge it as well. It's like Orze built them with a specific purpose in mind.
Yes, fighting black spirits.
Power control, authorization for both input and output, and the role of power source manager. I, the adorable genius, am at the center of it all. But why?
Welcome into the world of keys.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Orze obviously wants us to find her, so let's just keep chasing the trail. Now, let's see. Where does this lead? Oh, ha! That way! Assistant, time to move out!
Let's go! That, yes, looks like nothing more than a simple shy, but somehow she's always gets under my skin. Remember the first time we met her at Alejandro Farm? I found it strange she understood Belmont's minions, but turns out she was spying on me.
It's funny because you joked about the fact that she's evil.
Yeah, I was not wrong. I called it since day one, with all the shies. How is the shy born? Through the crimes. She may look dumb, but she's still part of the secret guards, huh? I tend to forget at times. Anyway, let's follow and see where this leads. And this is also very funny because, like, the Black Spirit here should not even be impressed with the secret guards, considering that two of them got fucking knocked out by dodging a spell. Like, if not for us here, like, you'd just be dead.
Look how they ruined my poor Eden.
Yeah. I love how they're like, oh, this is so creepy, right? But it's like, no, it's so green and nice. The hell?
At least an archaeologist here, okay?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Giving quests, by the way. Funny.
What? Oh yeah, Shibal! You fucked it up.
Huh? What is this place? It's blocked by some kind of barrier. Think there's a control device around here? Yeah,
let's take
I
a look.
noticed it on the way. There's a device over there. Looks a lot like the device we saw before, right? What do you think, Assistant?
I think we need to get our eyes fixed.
I bet it's what we need to lift the barrier. Come on, let's check it out. I'll run ahead and start fiddling with it.
Wait, they forgot to put the barrier again. They didn't fix that. I really recommend, like, getting Atlantis Firefly. Because, like, it is made on purpose that even if you are during the day, here it looks dark.
It's 9 PM in the game.
Yeah, but when we played the first time, it was during the day and it was dark.
Ah, okay.
Veil deactivation ready. Would you like to enter the authorization code?
Proceed with code input.
Proceeding with code input.
There are words that evoke scenes or forms. Could they be the key to lifting the veil? Thornwood that grasps the falling believer, that which grasps their faith.
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 So we go to the statue, because where do you pray? To the statue?
Oh, Dark Goros, extend your branches over this solitary leaf. There's something written, some writing carved beneath the statue. May I, who simply followed and devoted my heart, be in the solitude I remain in, solely be led to the path of your will. In doing so, let all the beings in this world and the paths they tread reveal your grand design. There are segments etched with greater intensity. Perhaps a closer look is warranted just in case? Sure. Next.
Let's go input the clues.
So, fate, close connection, anger, grudge, despair, fear, temptation, betrayal.
Faith.
Faith. Seems to be the closest to the records we saw on Solmagia earlier.
Wait, the door's open. We can head inside now.
Stay close and follow me.
You got it. Don't worry, I'll be right by your side. Let's move.
Authorization verified. The veil has been deactivated. Veil deactivated. All systems normal.
Let's zip this way, then swoosh that way, okay? Come on, hurry up, assistant.
Energy supply confirmed.
Stop telling us to hurry up when you don't let us move.
Yeah.
Truly.
It's a classic, isn't it?
Okay,
Orze's...
second zone, the base.
Let's zip this way, then swoosh that way, okay?
Yes, watch your step.
Come on. No worries. A genius like me never trips. You worry way too... Ah, holy weapon! Assistant! Ah, it's coming right at me!
This is what Americans used to scream before hunting deer. Wow. Spoopy. Oh.
Phew, that scared me. This really is a stronghold after all. Didn't expect something to jump out like that.
Let's just continue.
I swear, that shaved 10 years off my life. Doesn't seem like there are any more weapons around at least.
Blasphemous words.
Let's hurry and find the next records. I'll check over there. You take a look around here, assistant.
Ah, what a shame. If only you'd have taken just a little longer with that last one. I might have finally gotten some peace and quiet from that loudmouth, haha.
This is what Swittzy thinks usually.
I mean, honestly, at this point... Oh, right, we still need the kid to track down the White Witch, huh? No, we physically don't! Oh my god, my... Forget I said anything, hey.
Because technically she's the key to make the thing function.
Why don't
There
we
is
check...
another archaeologist! Lema.
Oh my god, again? What?
Probably is because of, like, to get the knowledge.
Right. Take a closer look at the statue. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Check out someone else. The entire biome fills your view. You say so. Survey the surroundings. There's a path leading to the other side. Search a bit more. If nothing stands out, maybe we can head out that way. I should go and see what Yaz is. Ah, yes. I love when it's telling me like, oh yeah, bro, just search a little bit more and then you should be good. And if not, you can just use this path. It's like, no, but whatever. Wait, I need to go to Yaz. Sorry. It did not put a new navigation because...
Yeah, it's not very well chained, this question.
So, how was the rest of the area? Found anything besides that statue? I stumbled upon something odd. Want to check it out with me? Here, take a look at this. Why would a backpack be lying here?
Looks like someone left it here. In case you're wondering, yeah, the backpack is behind the ugliest texture. In pretty good shape too.
Exactly! It's way too clean. There's not even a speck of dust on it. And I peeked inside too.
Remember the... Oh, I'm so scared if the monster jumps from any corner. Oh, a backpack!
Whoever left this here, it wasn't long ago. There's fresh food inside. But we haven't seen a single living person here, have we?
We actually did too.
Yes, DHD.
You think Laffy and Martha left this?
Not a chance. If those two were here, someone's big mouth would have been shaking the whole stronghold by now. If they left something behind, that means they passed through before us. But we haven't run into them yet.
Let's remember that when the first I found out about Atoraxxion, they were talking about different temporal time and temporal distortion. And they brought this up since they are the archaeologists, so...
Yeah.
Let's head down the path. We might run into them.
Yeah, and if by some miracle it's just some clueless civilian who wandered in here, we better make sure they don't get themselves killed.
Of course.
It actually makes no sense since you'd need the Talibrestier to enter.
You need the Talibrestier, you have very specific like requirements to enter into Atoraxxion, you just don't happen to be there. And by the way, what Swittzy was mentioning is how the Maha works, because let's remember that Atoraxxion is hidden by a magic veil. How it works, we still have no clue. Magic, as usual, or even better, black spirits, because apparently every question can be answered with black spirit in the Black Desert world. But the Maha is a veil hiding the whole of Atoraxxion. Now, apparently, not only it is hidden, and so there is a spatial distortion because it works, I don't know, like a barrier hiding it like from the vision, probably because of a sort of mirror sort of situation, but you cannot enter because the veil blocks you. And in fact, technically, physically in the Black Desert world, Atoraxxion, it is situated in the extreme southeast, so like Valencia, you go all the way south on the coast, Atoraxxion is there. If you go there, there is a crater, okay, in that zone, because technically there is where Atoraxxion is supposed to be, but you cannot see it because it's covered by the veil. However, in Sikrakia probably, or even in Vamalkia, because they bring it up when we first see the little bunny, the Choppy. And they say, oh, because probably the time passes differently in here, which doesn't make much sense, because as we enter and we go out, nobody really says anything concerning the fact that passed a certain amount of time.
Yep.
Let's hurry. Not only am I a brilliant genius, but I'm also incredibly kind. Wonder if the Dark Goddess knows someone this amazing exists.
Sure, let's go with that, yes. Okay, let's see.
Assistant, hold on! Let's take a look here first.
The Sol Magia is starting to light up, essentially.
Dark Invader detected. Absorbing energy waves. Executing energy restoration process. Operation normal.
Yoink. Okay, it absorbs what?
Don't worry about the absorbed energy. I have it all under control. But this thing? None of the other functions are working. There's no data we can access at all.
This looks like there's more we need to do.
Exactly. I'm on the same page as you. Maybe if we tinker with that machine, we'll uncover something useful.
The fact that it changed my hairstyle.
You are not canon accepted.
Or source loss. Connection required.
You can skip it if you want.
Skip. Marginal error detected. Imperfect duplicated data. Creation complete. Retrieving duplicate data. Duplicate data. Creation complete. Fun game. Take a shot every time it says data there. Like, honestly. They really, like, this is part of the puzzles and stuff like that. Like, you need to make it less annoying. Just get to the fucking point. There's no reason for it to say data.
Yeah, PC don't work like that, guys. You are programmers
Yeah.
and developers. You should know that.
Let's see if we can find more records. Orze, what's next? Come on, spill it.
Verifying access authorization. Access granted. Welcome. Displaying available records.
View the record.
Atoraxxion, the last stronghold, has fallen. All that remains here are echoes of those who once dreamed.
Poor people.
But the goddess told me my duty remains unfulfilled. What is it that I must do?
Start an OnlyFans account.
Then, I remembered her very first words to me. The true downfall of Atoraxxion.
Atoraxxion's downfall? So in the end, Orze turned traitor?
No. Orze, traitor.
The one who worshipped the Thornwood goddess, according to both Yolu and Sika.
Yeah, the one did the thing, you know, that you're not supposed to bring religious into Atoraxxion because it's... And here's the next part of the record.
The heart of Atoraxxion won't save us. If anything, it will lead the world to destruction.
Also because you need the Yenix to make it work.
Atoraxxion can bring salvation. And then it hit me. The words she spoke when she told me what the Dark Invaders really are. And why we should never fight them.
Should never fight the Dark Invaders? Why? Is that why Orze came to Atoraxxion?
Fuel source, my dear child. Next record.
Oh yeah, exactly! Assistant, you read my mind. This doesn't tell us much on its own.
Don't worry, that won't make it better.
Oh, and we still need to track down whoever owns the backpack. I really hope they're still alive. We shouldn't fight the Dark Invaders. Just what kind of god is the Dark Goddess?
Considering that you have two factions and one says we should bring humans into slavery to protect them, and the other says we should put humans into slavery to sacrifice them for more power. Not a good one, might I say.
We shouldn't...
Don't you love when you have to go back and forward like a goddamn...
Beautiful.
Yes. Shit. Constant.
Remaining on standby. Energy access detected. Energy supply confirmed. Initiating standard procedures. Initiating veil deactivation process. Verifying access authorization.
Except to lift access restriction.
Authorization confirmed. Entry granted. Veil deactivated. Unauthorized access restrictions lifted. Energy supply confirmed. Initiating standard procedures.
Leo has been lifting, let's head on in our system. We are going in Orze's base. Wow.
Oh, what a breathtaking view!
Wow. It's really refreshing. Wow.
But let's be real. Any second now, some weapon's gonna jump out at us again. Maybe there's already one lurking around here? Whoa! What was that?
That was quite the shriek.
Does that mean it knows we're here? Oh, not good. What if it's heading straight for us? Wait, that scream! That was definitely human!
Yep, loud and clear.
But that wasn't Martha's voice. Could it be the backpack's owner? They could be in serious trouble. Come
Could be
on,
Lesdra.
we have to move. They might have been spotted by the weapons.
Now she has a deeper voice.
Magic. Oh, we heard the scream. We have to go into the Orze's base.
We were already.
Oh.
I swear I heard something from over here. Huh?
Hey, now I have my hair back.
Look! Over there, assistant!
It sounds as if what I was saying was a fucking bug.
Huh?
No, technically,
Oh no.
you canonically you
They
don't
wiped
look how you
everyone
look.
Don't
There
stop
might still
doing
be
that.
survivors.
Let me live my fantasy
Assistant,
life.
take care of the weapons.
Oh,
Oh no. They're all
my
gone.
weapon is stuck to my chest.
Happens to the best of us.
How did it come
Yeah,
to this?
I also with the hammer like this.
Who's there?
It is the goddess. God damn.
A person? Are you human?
GPKA, motherfucker.
Okay, now put yourself next to this mysterious character. I'll be right back and do the due comparison.
Hey, well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. My character stopped looking at the... Oh, yeah. Look at Puck just staying there. Basta. Well, she's trying to look at you, but you're in there for the selfie. Took some selfies with
Okay, so we have a mysterious character popping out, and she shouldn't be here definitely. So everything that happened is already quite weird. But if you look at her, we can already see that her clothes are peculiar. First of all, she is very close, like her clothes are very close to the one of the sage when he's wearing like his basic things. Okay. So like if Swittzy were to take off basically everything, we can see that the style is very close, isn't it? Don't you see the similarities?
Yeah.
Okay, second thing that surprised me when checking her design is that we can see she has thorn vines around her ankles, feet, shoulders, head, a little bit like Jesus Christ, and also, but not less important, around her wrists. Now, we know, if we read certain documents in the Crypt of Resting Thoughts and generally in Odilita, that the Thornwood goddess has a very specific description. Now, according to the hymns, The Thornwood goddess is, or dark goddess, is nobody else but Sylvia, banished from Elvia, sort of garden of the gods, by Godrai. When she was expelled, banished by this heavenly realm, godly realm, she ended up in Odilita. However, allegedly, Godrai sealed her power to avoid her coming back and kick him out. Now, her curse was described as manifesting as thorns around her wrist and around her generally. She was wrapped in thorn vines as a manifestation of the curse, twisting and probably draining her of her powers of goddess. So the moment we see this character, we can imagine who she is, because we have part of the sage aesthetic and part of the description we have of the Thornwood goddess.
Yeah. She's Lucy. You ever heard of Lucy?
Thank you. I almost didn't make it. I mean it. Thank you so much. But who are you? How did you even find this place? What brings you all here? This place. It is not safe.
You're about to ask you the same thing.
Name's yes. Secret I mean, Archeologist. And this here? My ever-trusty assistant. But seriously, what were you doing in a place like this? Do you even know what this place is?
I'm an archaeologist researching the Dark Goddess religion. I followed the ancient records from Odilita, which led me here.
This is a lie.
Yeah.
An archaeologist, huh? Really? Which society?
Yeah.
Which faction?
Listen.
I'm with the Thornrose Society.
Never mentioned
Just
before.
a small unnamed branch.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Wait, hold on. The Thornrose Society? The same Thornrose Society I know? You mean the one founded back in Orzekea's era is still around?
Very weird that an archaeologist doesn't know the other organizations of archaeologists, considering that the Society of the Equilibrium is the most secret and knowledgeable of the entire world of Black Desert.
Yeah. And very weird that someone just blurted out that they are from a group, an archaeological group that exists when Orzekea was still around.
So some time ago.
Whoa, this is huge! Whoa. Assistant, we gotta take her to Alustin, like, right.
Breathe.
Yeah, right. Good thing I've got my assistant to keep me in check. Anyway, the bag over there, is it yours?
Oh my! Indeed, that is mine. Thank you so much. Never did I imagine finding help in a place such as this. I first heard of the Dark Goddess through the songs of ancient bards. I followed the traces of their records, hoping to uncover their origins. We barely managed to form an expedition and somehow made it here. Alas, upon our arrival, every soul, each one of them, was lost.
The weapons, I presume.
Yes. At first, I thought this place was nothing more than forsaken ruins. But then, those machines began to appear, one following the other.
Very peculiar clothes these guys have.
We did our best to tread carefully and avoid them. But once we got lost and started wandering, there was no escaping them. I thought that was the end for me. But you saved my life.
We are the hero.
I don't know how to repay you. but I wish to help in any way I can.
I want to repay you, but I don't have any money. Oh, what could I ever do to make it up to you? So, who the fuck wrote this? A porn addict, surely.
Are you searching for something here too? If so, you might just need me.
The true question is, if she has even partially her memories, how is it possible she's not panicking after seeing Raxa?
The reason why this is so surprising to us, guys, because the Sage is the one person that brought them in since they were orphan children, and every single one of them explicitly said that they still have the fresh memories of when Rax came, and they're like, what up, boy? You know? It's so stupid. Like, no sweat, no nothing, no, not even a, oh
So
god.
he might recognize me sort of situation.
Yeah, it's like, what?
Oh, right. My name is Lucy. Master Yaz and the assistant.
Lucy.
Right?
Okay, you see, guys, this thing should be hidden until we fucking hear her say that her name is Lucy. Otherwise, there's no fucking point.
Oh, just Yaz is fine. Lucy, huh? That's a rather classy name.
And does not make much sense in
I
why
don't-
does that one.
I don't know how the name is in Korean, to be honest.
Korean, I hope. What do you know about the Dark Goddess?
I've been researching the Dark Goddess religion for quite some time.
She's not lying here, by the way.
Legend has it that she arrived with thorned vines entwined about her wrists. Thus, she is known to some as the Thornwood Goddess.
So what do you know about the Thornwood Goddess? She's known as the Thornwood Goddess.
Since all the records led me here, I figured there had to be something important waiting to be discovered.
Doesn't make fucking sense.
Actually, I was investigating
there's two of
something
them.
right before those weapons surrounded me.
There's two of them. There's two Lucys.
True. True.
I lost my hair. What were you investigating?
I was looking for a way to open the veil blocking that passage. I found the control device, but I couldn't figure out how to bypass its security. Please, allow me to take you there. It lies just ahead.
For yours is open.
Oh, look, another archaeologist.
Oh, another archaeologist. Oh, nice. Ah, yes. Orze's
Pero.
eye.
Here we are. This device should open the veil, but we'll need to verify access first. Something I noticed on my way here. Every single device in this place has been completely shut down. It almost feels like someone cut off the power on purpose.
Access required. Perform authorization check.
Hey partner, don't you find it strange? We finally meet someone alive inside the Stronghold. I don't know what you're thinking, but be careful. That Lucy, she gives me the creeps. I agree with you, Black Spirit. She's really high up on the crazy to hot scale. Okay, yes, same
Yeah, we
thing.
have
Oh, I have
to
to talk
check,
with
yeah.
the Orze's eyes, yeah, of course.
Required.
Confirm authorization.
Hey, assistant, not going well? Guess this looks like a job for a genius none other than yours truly. It says we're short on power to run the authorization detection process?
Lamau.
It seems more power is required to verify the authorization. What should we do now?
Could it be that you need to make contact with the power source first, assistant?
Ah, this will require my Black Spirit. It reacts.
Dark Invader's wavelength coefficient confirmed. Initiating absorption procedure.
Oh, she's giving me the good suck.
Huh? Oh, what's wrong? Assistant, are you okay?
No. How surprising, that didn't happen before.
Seriously, I was totally freaked out too. Everything was going so smoothly, I guess we let our guard down.
Are you alright? You did say this had never occurred before. What exactly do you mean?
I don't know about you, but this is already our 4th adventure in here. We've been to Valmakia, Sakrakia, Yolunakia, all of them.
Yeah, spill the secret tea. What's the problem?
Yep.
Access required. Perform authorization check.
But anyway, I thought it was just going to take the dark energy and not absorb the assistance strength too. Are you really okay? And your black spirit? Are they alright?
That damn little brat. Why even ask when you already know the answer? I've been running on empty since Valmakia drained my power. It's obvious the Soul Magia will try to absorb from the next best thing. You. I keep telling you that as long as you're... Why no?
Just,
Yas can retrieve your powers anyways. Ugh, the Soul Magia is really getting on my nerves. Tell Yas to make sure nothing bad happens to it. Something's off though, to think it actually tried to take my partner's power. Oh, because you're supposed to keep talking to my spirit. Oh, the fuck was I supposed to know that? Orze seemed to have a plan of sorts. Right, there seems to be a purpose behind it all. She mentioned something about not fighting the dark energy. I bet there's some records left here, unless the records we found so far are all traps. How curious. Let's confirm it quickly, haha.
Uh-huh.
Welcome. Proceed with authorization check.
Yes.
Verifying authorization.
Ah, we're still...
Authorization approved. Disabling entry restrictions. Records are available for viewing with your authorization.
The restrictions have been removed. What records are available? May I take a look as well?
Let's view it.
Master was indeed a sage who foresaw the future.
Yeah.
A person of such brilliance that he could collapse under his own weight. However, the foretold crisis was something that could somehow be overcome. Ironically, the prophecy itself cast Master into the quagmire of arrogance.
Really like you right now. Hey!
Nah.
People may not crumble under any crisis, but they can become the greatest crisis themselves. Something Master should have known.
This seems to be referring to the contents from the Protokia. The day Atoraxxion was ruined by an unexpected event.
Let's continue viewing.
Ataraxion's heart, barely preserved. The heart of Atomagia must be destroyed. Before the Ator Legion falls into someone else's hands, I have decided to uphold this as the will of the Dark Goddess. Thus, I chose to deny everything of my master. To do so, I decided to replace the heart hidden by Seeker with a fake one.
Seeker face Keith.
What? So the one Alezra took was a fake?
Then here is when I said last time that okay, well we can just get the fuck out of Atoraxxion because we know
Ilesra won't be
Ilesra
able to
has a
retrieve
fake.
it because she always needs us.
But we know she always needs us to get the rest, so she has to somehow lure us in, and that's it, yeah.
Then we were chasing a fake this whole time? All this bickering over a fake?
Yes.
Tell me, is the heart you're searching for anything of extreme value?
Haha, wouldn't you like to know?
Oh no. It's a long story if I try to explain. Gosh, how could this have happened?
You really didn't expect this, Yaz? Really?
Assistant, aren't there any other records? Is this everything?
Yep, that's it.
So, what did she do next? Why do the Dakimas always end their records on cliffhangers?
Yeah, why? It's a very weird thing.
Guess we need to find the next record. The Dakimas designed it like this, didn't they? This better not be for nothing. Huh. The entry restrictions were removed earlier, right? Looks like the veil's been lifted. Let's hurry and check it out.
Oh, wait! Wait for me!
Lady, if you really are an archaeologist and you wear high heels...
Yeah.
Luffy and Martha?
Remember when you said it would be impossible for them to come here and surpass us without us noticing?
Those
Me too.
two, if they've come all the way here, they should just join us already. I bet they're off play fighting again, aren't they?
So I thought I felt a weird itch in my ear orifice since we got here. Lo and behold, that noisy couple was close by.
You don't have ears, Black Spirit.
Hey, when we have a minute, discreetly ask them about Lucy, who won't stop giving me a dirty look for some reason. Oh, Lucy's flirting with you.
Egads, I wondered how we'd meet, but it seems fortune is on our side. Nearly got myself trapped and died in there, I tell you.
How'd you get here before us?
Don't even start. My heart's still pounding like a war drum. All this trouble because of this blasted full moon choppy of a lass.
Oh, Luffy, why are you always so quick to blame me? Are you seriously trying to pin getting spotted by that weapon on me now?
Yes.
Quiet, lass. If you hadn't gone there in the first place, we wouldn't have had this mess, would we?
Also yes.
She said you and Yaz might head this way, told me to trust her gut. Well, I'll be damned.
Still, we're back together again. Ooh.
Ha! At least now we won't be meeting an untimely death in some ridiculous place.
Yeah.
Luffy, are you going to keep being so petty? We managed to escape, didn't we? How long are you going to grumble about it?
Being shameless is a talent in itself, ain't it? Best I keep my mouth shut, huh? And who's this beside you?
Michael Jackson.
Never seen you before. You also interested in the writings of the ancients?
Explain the situation even though we shouldn't.
An archaeologist studying the
Well,
dark
we have to
goddess, eh?
explain them why there is a
Well,
living
that's
person
rather
inside.
peculiar interest you've got there.
Luffy, how can you be so blunt with someone you've just met? Please forgive my rather noisy chatterbox of a colleague.
Oh, it's all right. No need to worry about it. It's actually quite the common reaction after all.
Were there clues about Atoraxxion in those records about the Dark Goddess?
Ah, through the songs of the bards, I was tracing the clues of the Dark Goddess.
And she says the same thing.
Well, no matter. It's amazing you haven't given up on that barren research yet.
Damn.
When you go through those records and the Dark Goddess comes up, could I get some help with the interpretation?
That will be of great help.
Sure, of course. By assisting you all, I believe we can uncover some clear answers together.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The materials I have alone haven't been enough to pinpoint the exact origin of the Dark Goddess religion.
Which is not an Atoraxxion.
Hey, everyone! If you're done with the greetings, let's get moving! And I'm getting all antsy because the record got cut off halfway. Hey! Looks like the path continues over there. Then I'll head out first. Try to keep up.
Yes, it's too dangerous to go alone. Wait for me!
Yaz, stop fumbling around on your own and stick with Martha! Ugh, just where did Alustin find that child? We're literally cleaning up after his mess of a bind.
Luffy?
Well, it's not like I'm stating the obvious. Martha, don't just stand there. Go chase after her.
You really need to watch what comes out of that bearded mouth. If you bring that up one more time, you're in for a world of trouble.
So apparently for the first time in the whole story of Black Desert, they keep repeating that Yaz is parentless, let's put it like that. We don't know where she comes from.
She's maidenless as well.
Ah, blast it! You're gonna make my ears ring. All right, I got it. You there, Idana. Mind having a quick chat with me?
So weird to be called Adana. What's with the look?
That woman who showed up with you, The more I think about it, the more something feels off.
You don't even need to think about it. Instantly, you should pull out your sword and be like, who the fuck are you?
No, but like also technically you as a sage got back your memories with your awakening, so how can you not recognize one of your adopted children basically?
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's like not recognize your own child, essentially, and but what's worse is we're like, oh yes, Atoraxxion is protected by this veil where no one can enter, and they see the choppy and like, that's kind of weird. But
that's the way we keep seeing people in it and like,
yeah, exactly. Why so many people?
Investigating the Dark Goddess religion, she said, and a member of the Thornwood Society, was it? Then, with just a handful of sources left, she managed to track down Orzekea's location. That's a jaw-dropper if I've ever heard one. If it's true, it'll turn the academic world upside down.
Wasn't planning on trusting her blind anyways.
Well, I figured as much. You're not the type to trust people so
No.
easily, no.
Well, I said it doesn't exist anymore.
Look at Martha over there. Sharp as a tack, sticking close and keeping an eye on things.
Yes, Martha, good job.
Don't let our guard down, and you should keep a close watch too. Honestly, I'd be more at ease if she were a real scholar. Researchers of the Dark Goddess are as rare as hen's teeth.
Again, it doesn't matter if she's a Dark Goddess scholar, because the origin of the Thornwood goddess would never bring her to Atoraxxion, because Atoraxxion is something.
But in fact, this is what he said. Like he's saying, what a shame she's lying, because we don't know anything about the Dark Goddess, because the Ahibs changed the records in Clifton Resting Thoughts. So since the records are alterated, we are not sure about the cult of the Dark Goddess, and in fact he says it would be great to have one, but I don't believe she is.
Yeah, of course. And it's like, you want to trace the origin of the Dark Goddess? Okay, it goes to Kama Sylvia. I mean, Sylvia was in Kama Sylvia.
Or like you keep researching in Udillita, you don't go to
Atoraxxion. Exactly. Okay.
By now, that witch must be tearing through Orzekea with her eyes wide open. This isn't the time to be taking it easy.
I love how they assume that Ilezra did nothing in between Atoraxxions.
Yeah, like it's I imagine like I don't know, Ilezra chilling on the beaches of, I don't know, Land of the Morning Light, and at certain point she gets a feedback on her black spirit pad, and the last part of Atoraxxion got open, please come check it out.
Yeah, it's like, listen, like because they made the Land of the Morning Light canon, it's very bad, because it means we're doing Mountain of the Eternal Winter. In Mountain of the Eternal Winter, already 2 parts of Atoraxxions out of 4 were done, and Ilezra was doing some things, and it means we had Ulukita, Magnus, Land of the Morning Light, Land of the Morning Light Part 2, Ulukita, and the War of the Roses happening.
Technically we did Ulukita before, after the second part of Land of the Morning Light, because the idea is that we do Land of the Morning Light all together after doing the Magnus, which comes after Mountain of Eternal Winter.
Yeah.
And after we finish all our businesses in Land of the Morning Light, we come back, we do the bit of Ulukita, and since we are in Ulukita, we are called in Velandir. Then we do the War of the Roses, and then we go back to Velandir because of the Patron's Night.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the third part of Atoraxxion falls in all that, because I forgot what it...
Yurunakia.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be before the Magnus.
Okay.
Like after Mountain of Eternal Winter.
Yeah, so generally, like, after Mountain of the Eternal Winter, we're supposed to go into Yolunakia, and we know it happens after because the whole point of Mountain of the Eternal Winter that we go through the whole mountain to search for clues for the Yinix. And
with the Guardian like.
Yeah, because we know that Ilesra technically at that point had the fake. Well, we didn't know it was fake, but Heart of Atomagia after the second one. So we need to get the Yinix to stop her from doing things.
Yeah.
And we go on to the third biome. So, like, do they really think that she's tearing to Orzekea now and not before you?
Yeah, because in the meantime we did the whole of the Magnus. Right after finishing the Magnus, we do Land of the Morning Light, because we finish the Magnus, we talk to Wuju, we go to the Land of the Morning Light, we do all of it, part 1 and part 2, we come back, we deal with Ulukita, we go to deal with the War of the Roses, and in all of these, we don't see Ilesra.
Yep.
So,
she's not even mentioned once.
That's why, like, I was like, I don't know, she went on vacation waiting for the feedback of the opening.
Yeah. She definitely had to go on vacation.
She had the beach episode without us.
Yeah, I swear to God. It's so stupid. Like, why would why? Whatever. Everyone's waiting as well.
Let's do that. By the way, to think that the heart of Atomagia Ilesra took was a fake.
Wow.
Incredible.
By now, that witch must be tearing through Orzekea with her.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Lucy.
I'm just checking sure that it's the right spot to go.
Orzvine. Basically, these are all like in Orze thingy. Many parts are like
Flowers.
Yeah, flowers part.
Assistant, look at this!
Another
Who
stage.
could have done this? It couldn't have been Orze, right?
I love that we don't even blink.
He's like, oh, because we're fearless and we already know if he's going to attack. He's like, no, we're just retarded. Like, we don't move around. Look.
It's normal that it's T-posing at this point.
Yeah, don't you just like randomly T-pose before dying?
Also, like, basically all the ancient weapons are based on Kamasilvia, because we have the Tooth Fairies based, we have the... what they are called? The Centaurus.
Oh, the Ronaros.
The Ronaros.
Y'all really just asked the voice actress to do this? Jesus. Okay.
Thank you. Truly. Thank you.
You okay?
I'm fine. Once again, I owe you my life.
I didn't do anything?
Did you not? If it weren't for you standing in front of me, I wouldn't have survived.
Actually, the beast came from behind and knocked everyone down.
Yeah, like the... well, but even the cinematic, we weren't in front of her.
No.
Why was that monster after me? Do you think I can make it out of here alive?
Everyone okay?
We're fine. No injuries here. Ugh. What was with that thing just now?
You should see now Eden passing out again.
It's clear to me.
We didn't have Eden so
Feels
far.
eerily similar to that strange entity that attacked the Night of Patrons.
No.
These aren't just simple ancient weapons, I tell you. Who the blazes are they? What's hidden inside them?
Horse.
According to what
feeling a bit
reasonment we say
calmer
that they are different from the others,
I'd like to
I
thank
don't
you
know.
again from the depths of my heart.
Any idea on what that was, or why was it after you?
No, I haven't got a clue. Despite all my years of research, it was something I'd never encountered before.
Really? Like, we know here she's lying because they show it in the cutscene that she's using some black spirit magic. The black shadow, like dark shadow on her hands and everything. So it's like, how long are we going to go with this? Like, here, honestly, especially when we know that we have Ilesra that can come after us at any moment, for us to like keep going after this is just so stupid.
But now it seems I have a new subject to study. What were those things? And what are they trying to protect?
Change of sector, okay.
Yeah, like right away.
Well, I was wondering how you survived in here, but clearly you're no ordinary soul. After all that, too.
If she was always open-minded in her research, then stumbling upon Atoraxxion was no mere coincidence, eh?
Now what to do next? Nearly had my heart jump out of my chest, and I can't even remember what I was planning to do.
It's like the video of the squirrel not holding its heart. Let's inspect the broken Dark Goddess statue.
Right then. I reckon that thing won't be popping up again, so best we take this chance to investigate the place. The way it's broken, it's downright unsettling. Almost looks like someone took a blade to it, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's pretty much like, oh, clean cat. What does this type of cat? I wonder.
Yeah. Essentially, it's saying that this type of cut is not a natural cut. It was probably something from a blade, which is, I mean...
Yeah, and what has a blade that we met before?
Oh.
Have you examined the statues? What did you think? Please, share your thoughts.
Because here, Lucy is like interested in the goddess statues, right?
Yes, I agree. It seems like something big and sharp was wielded.
Big and
with incredible
sharp, just
force
like
to
she
cut
likes
through
them.
in one swift strike.
What we saw at the beginning of the story, very big and strong with a goddamn blade.
This isn't something an ordinary person could do. Unless someone from these ruins possessed such strength.
This wouldn't be too weird considering they build weapons, but okay.
Could it be the work of those monsters from earlier? They attacked us the moment we entered.
They
as
are
if were
weapons,
waiting.
not monsters, but okay.
Perhaps those creatures are somehow connected to the Dark Goddess.
Why? How? Guess we need to go deeper within.
The direction that monster came from is over there. If we venture inside, we might uncover more.
Oh, we might uncover more. Do you think?
Oh, okay, so this time, let's stick together, alright? You never know when something might just pop out at us again on the way.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, yet our research shall advance. Thank you for letting me accompany you. Now, let us make haste.
Yeah, of course, random person.
Look at us, being manipulated and all.
It's even worse because like, oh, we don't trust her. Like, yep.
And yet, we keep going until we get what we finally want and they can snatch it from us. Woo! Woo! Another archaeologist, okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, so now an archaeologist.
Hey, assistant, there! Look over there! It looks like a passage, but it's all blocked off.
There's something over there as well.
They forgot to
Let me go
render
and
it.
investigate.
I'm telling you, it's super dangerous. Lucy, wait for me!
Ah, that little runt. She's no sense of caution. No, sir. Sticking to Lucy like glue, too.
Very weird.
Martha and Lafayette aren't hiding their suspicions regarding Lucy, eyeing her every move. Well, if it makes them feel safer here. Okay. I have a thing here to check.
The device.
Though it emits a radial glow, it appears unstable. It seems there are issues with the power supply system must be broken.
This device. I recall hearing a song related to it once.
A song concerning a device inside of Atoraxxion.
A song about the Stellagia? Someone wrote a song about it? Really?
Yeah, of course they did.
I feel like this of
Lyrics
Bart
failed to
singing
capture
about
it
Atoraxxion.
perfectly. It was just a song, after all. Rather than a proper record, it felt created for reference or some other use.
Lower the lyrics. When the time comes through the darkened night, morning will rise. No, it doesn't rhyme. Maybe it was written in Korean. What was once deemed a dream, the worries of the past, the future plans will reach their end.
I tried to interpret it before, but I lacked clues back then, so I kept it stored in my memory. Until now.
Ah, yes. I also like to keep things stored in my memory. I am very human.
Because
But
I
I think
don't
there's a
remember
connection here.
things, I just keep them stored in my memory.
Not just Stellagia, but those objects. They were mentioned in the song as well.
When the moment draws nigh, at that time, at last, dark energy finally bent. We will meet their wise eyes.
Along with these lyrics.
Looking at it this way,
Maybe they are not in order.
maybe those monsters are actually Orze's weapons. It's a thought that's been crossing my mind.
No fucking way! Orze's weapons in her stronghold, in her biome, like, no way. What did you think it was? Candies?
If you think about it like that, it makes sense that the monster deliberately damaged that device earlier. It sees us as intruders, and if it can't stop us itself,
say so.
it wants to ensure we can't go any farther.
Let's activate the thread. Yes. Okay, so let's... You remember all of that? No? Well, no problems, because you get here to the first phase, and it asks you what should come first. The color is green. If you're colorblind, sucks to be you.
It's the first, like, in the order.
Yes.
And in fact, it rhymes if we put it in order, because if we take all the green sentences, it says, when the time comes, what once was deemed a dream, when the moment draws night, true will shall gleam.
Wow, beautiful. Now we go on the second one. And here, second is written in yellow, so you go in the second. It's also the second one in the options. And it says, through the darkened night, morning will rise. The worries of the past will meet their wise eyes.
And it rhymes.
Wow! Incredible! We don't fucking pay a voice actor to do this for you guys. Third is red, and it's the last one. At that time, at last, dark energy finally bent. The future plans which will reach their end. Bend and end? Get it? Okay. It's not fully rhymed, but it is what it is. Bastard. So.
Hey, look! The Stellagia is shining bright again! And over there, I think there's an exchange we missed. Let's check things out here first, and then we can head over to the exchange. I'm sure there's a record left here too, right? What do you think Orze was planning?
Halting movement control processes. Deploying accessible records.
The veil is lifted.
Yeah, view the record.
The heart of Atoraxxion, hidden by oh so pitiful seeker, had been placed under the watchful eye of Lutos. Yet, when compared to the Arukios crafted by my dear Vaha, it was rather underwhelming.
Jesus.
Poor seeker.
It wasn't as big and as bound.
The thing is that actually, Sentilutus is bigger than Urukius, but Urukius works better, if you know what.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I disabled Sentilutos with ease and safely relocated the heart of Atoraxxion to the Stronghold.
See, this is something that pisses me off at this point. We know she fucking moved the heart like 3 interactions ago. And we're progressing through the story and it's still telling us...
Well, this is actually makes sense because it tells you when she took it. It is not like... In any way, it was weird how to take it, because the point was like, was it before Rax gave it to Sika? So it means that she got it from Orzekea and Rax. So she bested Rax. Or she bested Sika because she retrieved it after like the other architects died. She disabled Sentilutos, got it back, put a fake, and took it away. I don't know what's the best option, because both ways she did something very difficult, to be honest. Because either because it means that she went from her biome through Orzekea, I guess, and swapped to Sycracia. Because this is how I think they travel to, like, among the biomes. And she passed through the whole of Sycracia, arrived at Sentilutos, deactivated it, stole the heart, and put back a fake. And reactivated Sentilutos. At this point, was it really because Sika was not great that Sycracia wasn't working properly, or is it because Orze messed it up to get, to retrieve the heart and change it with a fake?
Yeah. My point is, we're still here on the same thing. Like, it's very frustrating. I understand that this type of details may be important, but for me, not enough so that we're on the 3rd interaction, and we know she stole the goddamn thing from Sika, not from Rax, from Sika. And it's like, yes, I stole the heart. It's like, yes, we fucking get it, you stole the heart. Like, move on, please. Look, it's like at the end of this interaction.
However,
There you go.
that sounds rather ominous.
3 interactions, nothing.
Only upon returning to Orzekea did I discover that another will had already taken root in the heart of Atoraxxion.
So it's alive, the heart of Atoraxxion?
Kinda.
The heart of Atoraxxion began its synchronization with Orzekea at a terrifying speed, forcibly stripping away all my authorities. In this stronghold, devoid of my master, Vaha, Sika, and Yolu, there was nothing left for me to do. Nothing at all.
Lol.
Stripping away all authorities? The heart could actually do that? And Orze? What was going on with Orze?
Continuing the recon.
The consequences were too perilous for ignorance to be an acceptable excuse. What could it be? Is this helpless situation something the Dark Goddess wished to reveal to me? Or perhaps something she desired? Suddenly, a thought crossed my mind, and I hurriedly went to check on the Cathawen connected to Vaha, Sika, and Yolu. Just as I anticipated, all pathways were converging into one, including mine. This was not the Kaivization as per Vaha's intentions. Each consciousness was being sent to its respective weapon. Yet, each consciousness was suppressed by the heart of Atoraxxion, with only knowledge operating the weapons. Everyone lost their sense of self, becoming mere void entities, living only as weapons.
Which, like, it means that basically she deactivated whatever was left of Seek.
Yep. Yep.
I felt certain that this was what the Dark Goddess intended to show me. That I was to end this situation. To become a weapon not controlled by the heart of Atoraxxion. Yes, that was the final duty entrusted upon me. With no exit nor means of survival left in the Stronghold,
Just a
cultivation was
jungle.
not a choice, but fate.
4 different biomes. One which has a desert but with water at the bottom.
It is a lake.
With a lake, yeah. Second one which was full at the bottom of the ocean with algae and fire and ice. So you could just take the fire and turn it into water.
Steam the things.
Yeah. One which was a jungle. Bountiful. And this one which is still a forest.
Could I truly accomplish this alone? I'm scared. What if my consciousness scatters to somewhere unknown? If I fail to break free from Atoraxxion's control and become a puppet like the others? If that happens, I hope someone will one day find this stronghold and grant eternal rest to the last remnants of humankind.
And yet, we have written cancel the apocalypse.
Yeah.
With fear in my heart, I send my will to Cathawen, my newly crafted ultimate weapon, and my knight.
Ah, yes. I just realized that all of my guys lost their consciousness. I'm going to send my will to my weapon.
I think I can understand your heart now. Even if it meant becoming one with the weapon, you wanted to achieve it.
Vaha just wanted to defeat the Black Spirits. I don't think there's any more to that.
And be the best boy of Rax.
Yeah.
This can't be. The children we've been trying to save were inside the weapons we've been taking down all this time?
Also, they weren't children because we already know that they spent enough time to grow teenagers, if not adults, because Rax managed to create everything in a span of 50 years. So it means that he got the kids like, what, 20 years before the arrival of the Dark Spirits? So like they were at least, I don't know, 20 or something?
Yeah, they should be in around 20. Yeah. Yeah, Lily just disrespected that poor voice actress.
Huh? Oh, Lucy, why are you crying? Is it because the records are too sad? I guess being a Bard researcher makes you extra sensitive, huh?
Oh no, it's nothing. I'm just overwhelmed with sadness. Please, don't worry about me.
What she means to say by overwhelmed with sadness is that the fucking thorns hurt.
What do we do? Is this really for real?
Was Cathawen Orze then?
Maybe? I think the one who crashed the banquet hall was that Cathawen who got Orze's will transferred to them. Remember, Assistant? It targeted you first due to your dark energy. Put 2 and 2 together, and I think it's a no-brainer. So in the end, Orze failed. She tried to resist, but couldn't break free from its control.
Just when we thought we had it figured out, we're back to square one. So, you're saying even Orze was inside a weapon, eh?
And how did Orze manage to recognize Orwen? It is clearly not Orze in Cathawen.
Yeah. Is there no way to save them?
Oh, that's it! If we smash the heart of Atoraxxion, maybe we can save the children trapped in the weapons, right?
But the issue is that first we should understand what's in the heart of Atmagia, because there is an entity able to mind control others.
Yeah.
Yaz, wait a moment. Could you hear me out? While examining the broken weapons earlier, I recalled some records I had seen before.
You've seen records of the ancient weapons too.
Damn, Yaz's balls dropped.
Right. You're an archaeologist, so pray tell.
Tell us.
It wasn't some grand record of sorts. Just something I stumbled upon left behind by people from long ago. Well, you know, those who endured the encroachment of the Dark Invaders and ultimately mastered that power. You remember them?
She shouldn't be able to know about the existence of these people. But okay.
Why?
Because...
Actually, records about Edanas, we have plenty of them.
Yeah.
The Edana? You're talking about the Edana, right?
Yeah, keep telling her all the answers.
Oh, yes.
Of
the
course.
Edana. You do know your stuff. In that case, I'll continue without further explanation.
What else did the record say?
There were a few weapons that leaked from Atoraxxion. Initially, they remained silent. But then,
There were.
What happened to him?
as the Edana approached, the weapons broke the silence and began to attack. It's only natural, I suppose. The weapons became increasingly sluggish the more they were exposed to the dark energies. While I can't pinpoint the exact reason, it seems the dark energies are tied directly to the blueprint of the weapons.
Maybe such a vulnerability was the very reason why an army of 100,000 weapons were stockpiled like so.
So what you're saying is the dark energy is key, right? Which means my assistant is the key!
Basically, what they are saying is that it's not that Vaha was so smart to think and project weapons by himself, fueled by dark spirit, so he could use the dark energy against the dark invaders themselves. No, the idea is that actually the original blueprint of the original ancient weapons from the ancient time, they were all fueled by the dark invaders. So it means that they had them also in ancient times.
Right. So the key bit of info here is simple. We face them, slow and steady. Rather than aiming to kill, we'll distract them long enough until they literally become tied down.
Because here is that instead of killing monsters like in the other Atoraxxions, here you just run.
Once that's done, perhaps we could attempt to communicate with the consciousness dormant within the weapon.
Because of course, you know, the most normal thing to do is to tire down a consciousness just so you can communicate with the consciousness within the weapon. Because it gets tired, so the consciousness comes out. Why didn't we think about that one before?
Though it's merely speculation, I believe it's worth a try. But what do you think, adventurer?
Okay, let's go.
Yes, let's. Now that the Stellar Gear is functioning properly, it seems the passage is reactivated as well. Our research is steadily progressing. If we confront Orze herself, we might uncover even more.
Let's go to the center of the biome.
Center of the biome. Wow. We're fast as fuck, boy. Our guildmate's flaming the golden pig.
Yeah.
Remember what I said? Yeah, called it.
Didn't know this place existed.
What?
This is huge!
Wow.
Since this is the only path, it must be the right way, right? What now?
Lema, one shot. Oh.
Seems they're all unconscious.
Lucy's
Leave them to me,
tanky.
and quickly, head to Cathawen. I mean, Orze.
Dark invader.
It seems that she's more in love with Luffy than anyone else, considering she went to him first.
Deepest darkness.
Oh my god, again, monsters with fucking invincibility. Can you guys design a fucking mob that doesn't go invisible and disappears for 5 fucking minutes? I swear to god, what's the point? Damn.
Eye of the void. Never escape. Escape from the void. Impossible. Eradication commencing.
Ah, there she is. Oh, she's immune again to all of my damage. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't. Like, fight with the scholar.
I can fight with this class as well. But...
No, much better the
Oh yeah, it's definitely much better. Instead of state.
Because she keeps fucking moving and I can't really like not move, you know.
Oh my god, Jesus though.
Protect. Atoraxxion. Mother. Protect from invaders.
Yoink! No, they stole our big titty god GF. What will we do without her? Oh, there they are.
Too late.
No, Lillian.
As you might notice, like, indeed, Orwen did seem to know the person that was either Lucy or the monster. Most likely the monster, considering it's been recognized. Now we finally have all of the secret guards that somehow keep arriving just like this.
Isn't it peculiar how fate can be so capricious?
Oh, it's poor throne, blaming fate. Wow, they didn't even bother to write extra lines for Luffy, Martha, and Yaz. They just have dots.
Yeah.
Really? That's such a lazy... Look at this. Ah, perfect. Can I talk with you then?
Just a second.
Yeah, go ahead. Yoink! Stole the eagle.
Okay.
Missed by a hair's breadth. We rushed as much as we could, but in the end, we couldn't make it on time.
How are you feeling, you two?
After you all left, we came to around 3-4 hours later. My apologies. I'm just relieved to find all of you without permanent inflictions. I shouldn't have passed out so easily like that. I have no excuse for my weakness. As for Cathawen, we should have arrived before it all came to this.
Found anything new?
You'd be better off hearing from Orze. It seems this soul is more of an acquaintance of hers.
That would be a bit quicker. We could at least try to talk to her. Yeah,
Adventurer. Isn't it peculiar how fate can be so capricious? Why have we met again in such a form? Oh, Lillian. How could it come to this?
Lillian? Is she a Ganel?
Yes. We trained together in the Orzekea Guard. She was one of the few knights who escorted Catherine.
How did...
Why she is within this weapon. We need to investigate further. But I am certain.
So she wasn't Orze's weapon?
Orze? Are you referring to Orze, the disciple of Rux you were chasing?
Really? Not even here?
They don't know apparently you are him.
Oh, that cannot be. The nobility I sense from the soul is undoubtedly
Yes, of course.
Lillian.
I recognize people from their souls.
Queen Fiorencia felt the same as I did. I even brought the hilt that Lillian used. This hilt, imbued with Lillian's anguish, conflict and resolve, will surely resonate with her.
With her? You mean this hunk of fucking trash that doesn't have a soul anymore because we saw both of them move? Place Lillian's hilt in her hand.
One night, as I lay asleep with wildflowers as my pillow, I dreamt of something glowing a deep crimson. It seemed to draw closer to me, accompanied by countless tendrils of darkness. I was afraid, so I tried to distance myself from it. Eventually, I managed to move away, but then I felt sorrow. In the dream, I found myself weeping. It did not threaten me. It simply reached out, desperately following me. It pleaded that I should not run from myself.
That's all she had left to say.
Yet, I fled
Never
from
mind.
it. When I finally escaped completely, it mocked me, saying that without facing it, I was doomed to repeat the same cycle.
You sense nothing more, not even from Cathawen. No longer detect any trace of life from Cathawen.
Rip Cathawen.
Without facing it, she was doomed to repeat the same cycle. What was Lillian trying to say? Focus deeper and look within Lillian. Look! It's so small, like a little fart. Lillian's black spirit? Did we absorb it? Or is that no longer a thing?
So, adventurer, how was it? What did you see within her?
She had the black spirit.
On the day she was born, the time of day was midday. Yet it became dark as though a black sun had risen.
Okay, I get it, Ganels, that you're all special, but goddammit, you don't need to have like a fucking solar eclipse to get possessed.
Yes.
Because usually it's the
She
Dark
often
Knights
spoke to
getting
herself,
the black
much
spirits.
like you do, adventurer. As if she was having a conversation with someone.
As if she was under a black spirit's influence.
Indeed. just like the lost souls wandering Caphras Cave. She eventually drifted away.
So she
Lema.
was not an Edana.
She was a weak.
Though it's strange, an ancient weapon was utilizing the Archea's sword techniques.
Yep.
Blast it all, the whole world seems overrun with black spirits. Have we spent too much time with the Adana of late?
Why has she returned in such a state? I only hope that we can finally bring her to peace.
There's something that's been bothering me.
Something's bothering you? Did you see something unusual within her?
Or I don't know, Orban. Have you fucking seen the situation we're in?
No, that's not it. Why is it not Orze's psyche inside of Cathawen?
Yes.
That's right! It definitely said in Orze's record that she was sending her consciousness to Cathawen, right?
Yes.
What?
Maybe she lied in the records.
I have a hunch. But we best see it directly ourselves.
Yeah, I totally agree with our assistant. Who else could it be? It's gotta be the White Witch.
When in doubt, White Witch it out.
Yeah.
We just need to catch her, do this, then do that, and she'll finally spill the beans. Let's hurry and... But wait a sec. Where's Lucy? Huh? Where'd she disappear off to now?
Isn't it peculiar how fate can be
Nobody like, why is Yas so attached to a person we met 5 seconds ago?
Let's hurry and... But wait a sec. Where's Lucy?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Could she have fallen to Cathawen? It can't be so, right, assistant? She's probably hiding like before, right? Lucy! No! How could you, assistant? And the rest of you, too! Nobody even cares about Lucy!
Calm yourself, little genius.
You blasted brat! Get a grip! There is no Lucy! It's a fake name! You haven't figured it out yet?
What's that? You stumpy hothead! A person's life is on the line right now, and you're concerned on whether that's her real name or not?
I can't tell if you're innocent or just naive. Even I got it immediately after getting caught up.
He's right. I knew something was off the moment I saw her. Even her outfit was way too suspicious.
We gotta find Lucy. No, Orze.
What? Orze? Where's Orze? Wait, are you saying Lucy was Orze all along?
Yes, well, the records mention transferring her consciousness to Cathawen, but it must have failed somehow.
Oh, she lied and never did it.
Yeah.
And someone we know all too well probably found another consciousness to inject into Cathawen to get it moving.
Aye, that makes sense now. Orze must have approached us to reclaim her weapon, eh?
It's like she wanted us to destroy Cathawen.
I agree. While Elezra may have awakened Orze, fortunately for us, it seems that they don't appear to be on the same side.
Very interesting choice of words, then.
We must find Orze before the White Witch does, and uncover the truth behind all this.
I concur.
Assistant, say it ain't so. There's no way sweet Lucy would betray us, right?
Right?
Focus, Yaz. Right now, we need to see through the haze and focus on the facts, no?
No need to beat around the bush. It's faster to find out ourselves.
Let us be off before it's too late.
I need to take Lillian's belongings back to Karma Sylvia for the funeral.
Ah, yes,
But
we need to
also,
be fast. I'm just going to
like,
take...
The point is that here they think somehow Elezra got Lillian, one of the guards of Catherine, and put it into Cathawen. That is a very specific soul choice.
Yes. Very specific soul choice that makes no sense.
Like, I understand that Ganels and Vedirs and Ahib's souls are easier to find because they become the musical spirits of Odilita and Kama Sylvia. But really, you couldn't find any other soul? Is it because she had the black spirit? I guess?
Probably.
Orwin, I'll go with you. It seems too heavy for you to carry alone.
Ah, yes, we need to We need to go fast and not waste any more time. Oh, sorry, I just gotta go, like, bury my best friend in Cama Sylvia. Bro, this is like the guy from Scooby-Doo, like I was going with Velma exploring, you know.
Thank you, Eden. Everyone, we entrust you with this task.
Yeah, yes. Do what you must. Even though I still don't really get what's going on.
You said you cared for her like a younger sister, yet you seem surprisingly calm, Orwin.
For someone who just faced a harsh truth, you seem surprisingly calm, Orwin.
Also, like, a younger sister, like, I don't get it. In Camasilia it was said, and also in Odilita, that the only friend of Orwen was Catherine. Lillian or the other guards of Catherine were never mentioned, and now, like, oh, it had to be, like, an older sister for you. Like, Catherine, yes. Lillian,
No.
never mentioned.
In fact, all the other Ganels are supposedly mistreating her and pushing her out. And in fact, when Catherine pushes her away because they realize that the other Ganels want to fucking kill Orwen, to sacrifice her so that they could revive the Kamasil tree. Okay, writers of your own fucking story?
Is that so? Perhaps in part due to his blood running through my veins has made me so. I'll take my leave.
No, it's because you actually didn't care about this fucking person.
Like the Kafras, because apparently Kafras was cold, and so she's like...
No, actually, because Kafra eventually moved away from Khadum's thingies. The whole point. No, wasn't Kafra supposed...
I don't know, I never read the whole story of Kafras, because at certain point I said, I'm going to give up unless they really finish the story and whatnot, then I'm going to read it, because right now, every now and then they change the story.
Yeah, they keep changing it, but the whole point... Who do you think stopped the Mad King 400 years ago?
To be honest, I don't know anymore. Or how often they change.
Because the whole point was to have Kafra's redemption arc. Because Kafra's clearly stops working with her.
Right now, for how is it he's presented, he's one of the bad guys alongside Ilesra.
Yeah. That doesn't make much sense, but yeah. Maybe Ilesra is Kafra's. I mean, wouldn't you? Partner, you really saw through her through nature, didn't you? Well done. I told you she seemed suspicious from the start.
Well, technically, you should be able to recognize your own child being the sage, but whatever.
Yeah. Hey, Lillian, huh? Whoever's taken over, if only they'd listen to my advice like you did, things might have been different.
I guess.
Ah, yes, hello, Fauna. Yeah, mind the body, okay? I wanna help Eden and the other one. I guess towards this Cradle.
One of the tools.
It
was the second.
It was the second one. What the fuck? Still getting spoiled by the knowledge.
Finally, we made it here. This must be the place Orze mentioned.
I was waiting for you.
I bet this is also where Orze moved the heart of Automagia for safekeeping.
For safekeeping, of course.
Alright, the last chapter of our story is about to begin. Whatever happens next, we'll have to face it head on. Let's go, Assistant. Orze, it's alright. Just stay alive.
Yeah. I mean... Oh, just towards.
Tooth Fairies, Ronoros,
This is Orze's chamber.
and a weird looking tree, because we like trees, don't we?
It's different
Yeah.
from before. Huh? Assistant! Assistant! Look over there! It's Lucy! She's all tied up!
Oh, Lucy, you can keep me.
Are you okay? Don't worry. We'll rescue you soon!
Rescue? The Dark Invader rescues me.
Huh? What? Lucy? Why is your voice coming from here?
I am grateful for your destruction of Cathawen. Truly. Thanks to you, at long last, I have regained full control of Orzekea.
Lucy! Was this your intention from the beginning?
A chance.
Oh, please. You all were suspicious of me the whole time.
No, yes, no, because it's too stupid.
It's been a while.
Ah, there we go.
Ugh,
A woman with hidden motives.
I don't care what her motives are, but damn.
And the rest of you.
Oh, finally someone calling me mercenaries,
It's
like the
time
good old
to
times.
finish the deal.
Lucy, you still haven't answered my question!
Why so curious? You'll find out eventually, whether you like it or not. When we all become one, in the name of Mother.
Oh, big. Come here and let Daddy give you a fucking lesson as to why you shouldn't have chased gods. Whew. Yeah, here the sage is like ratatatata. Oh, look at my thing is spinning. It's spinning! Imagine choosing to wear fucking high
I
heels.
have waited so long for this day to come.
And walking on...
Now I
Vines.
finally
Vines.
feel alive. But the fun ends here, my master.
Oh, finally! Let's go!
Yes, that's right. It's finally done. At last, the day will come.
In the name of Mother.
Yes, in my name, which will undo everything.
What? You?
Yoink!
Hippity hoppity, the heart is now my property.
True purpose is...
That's the art of Automagia, guys.
Ezra, you vile hag!
My, what a foul tongue. You weren't like this when you were young. Was it Rux's teachings?
No?
Rex deck.
I brought the adventurer to destroy Cathawen for you, and this is how you talk to me.
His random glance.
And adventurer, it's all thanks to you.
Master, you were in league with them too.
What?
Not really. So she just went crazy, apparently.
Yeah. Wait, that's my special interaction? You just call me master? I mean, shit. People would pay extra money for that, but...
Despicable Laploon.
Come on, Orze, you know you can fight me. Like, why do you have to be so stupid? Like, I will beat you this time for all the times that this guy didn't beat you. Show the true meaning of pedagogy. Where are you? Where are you? God fucking damn it, spawn already! This is a shit with fucking monsters that disappear for 30 years. So much hate for these fucking bosses where like they just disappear. Kid. Oh shit, phase 2.
A mere mortal cannot oppose the power of a god. Let helplessness overwhelm you. I will break all illusions beyond my reach and advance to a true world.
They even have a stupid interaction.
Could never reach you.
It's like, oh, master, I could never reach you. It's like, what?
The downfall was her will. I too once dreamed in this Stronghold. The downfall was...
Wow, bitter so hard she's still T-posing.
Am I also entangled by fate? Need to rest. Master.
In the end, you couldn't save anyone. If you want more despair, feel free to follow. I'll be waiting at the last Gladius.
Ah, yes, Elestra's special move. Dematerialization. Is it bugged for reason? Yeah, she's still bugged in the cutscene. They said they fixed it, but they lied. See, and she even there, I thought there was a special interaction, but no, like she just called for her master. It's like, I'm right in front of you. Okay, now it's no longer Lucy at least.
Orze! Answer me, Orze!
She's gone, yes. We ain't getting too old for this sorrowful family.
Respect the memory piece.
What is your name? Do you have a place to go?
Said the Master, as he reached out his hand to me, starving to death. The moment is still vivid. On a day when rainwater trickled down my eyes, his voice was a single ray of light that seeped into my darkness.
Find him. Find him and...
Commit war crimes.
drawn by the cold voice constantly echoing in my mind, and the warmth of his gentle hands, I arrived at Atoraxxion.
Hello, I'm Vaha.
Vaha, he was a boy with black, tousled hair.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sika.
I'm sick of your shit.
Sika. He was slightly smaller than Vaha and had a timid expression, but wore a warm smile.
Shall we be friends? I was worried because there are only boys in the Stronghold.
Yolu, her request made my heart flutter. This honest desire for friendship warmed my heart, even if just for a fleeting moment. Is there a chance I could connect with someone here too?
They will never accept you for what you are.
I knew it. From the start,
It does sound like Ilesra.
I was
It is the
nothing
voice actress of
but
Ilesra.
an outsider among them.
So Ilesra, did they travel through the past?
Yolu had been constantly gazing in the direction of Vaha's stronghold.
Yeah, his stronghold.
Sika, who was always looking at Yolu. Sika, who harbored deep inferiority towards Vaha. Given all of that, I wondered, how would Sika act when Yolu is taken by Vaha? Emotions had ripened. The time had come to sprout the seed planted by the goddess. My love, Vaha, with the goddess of darkness's permission, our paradise will be complete.
Lucretia's
On the day
dagger.
of the final battle, when the Master's prophecy came true, I never left my fortress. Because Atoraxxion and our grand endeavor must end in failure. I knelt before the statue of the Dark Goddess and bowed my head in prayer. O Dark Goddess, ruler of my existence. O Mother, I humbly ask that you reveal your will in all that your servant has accomplished. I offer all in your name, waiting only for the day when the world you envision finally dawns. However, contrary to expectations, the fall of Atoraxxion was brought about by people, not the Dark Invaders. The poor souls began to blame each other. Vaha doubted Sika, and Sika pointed his finger at me. I was filled with futility, so I remained silent, and soon Vaha began to defend me. Yolu then turned her blame towards Vaha. Then Sika also cornered Vaha. Vaha, who suddenly took on all the responsibility, desperately called my name, but I kept my mouth shut. Vaha looked at me and said in a dispirited voice,
What you truly loved was not me, but the Dark Goddess residing in your heart. Isn't that so?
Only at the end do you ask. After Talibre's door was destroyed, I awaited the death that would come for us all. Having fulfilled my mission, I hoped against hope that the Dark Goddess would take my soul. However, Vaha, still resolute, found another way, the indefinite Kaifization. But for some reason, I awoke alone. Why was I the only one who could awaken?
Ilesra.
You still have a purpose to fulfill.
Yolu's body was carrying Vaha's child.
Mame.
Thus, the child imbued with the power of the Dark Invader, Bree, was born.
Bree Ruins, remember?
The Thornwood where the Dark Goddess was bound. This tree, most deeply connected with the goddess, would be most suitable to contain such power. By channeling the goddess's power into the Thornwood through Bree, it quickly grew into a giant divine tree. The new divine tree of the dark goddess, Kaheliak. This tree will be the passage connecting to the true world the goddess calls for. Soon, all the providence of this land will be re-established, and when the time comes, the whole world will be dyed in her domain. I slept, woke up, and slept again. I truly do not know how many years have passed since then. Then, one day, I noticed a change in the Stronghold. The Master's Kive had disappeared.
Also Lesra.
While I was at a
No,
loss,
you awakening.
a woman appeared and spoke
Also
to me.
Lesra who...
Is it
Oh,
you?
who awoke the...
The
Okay,
one
yeah,
who
in that
left
case. Yeah.
Kaheliak in Histria.
Who are you? How do you have so many invaders in your body?
Let's make a deal. I'll help you find your psyche. After that, you can do whatever you want.
What? Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Elezra, a wanderer who wishes to return everything to its place.
Because basically Elezra came, awoke the sage, and to do so opened Atoraxxion, and that's when Orze woke up as well.
Yeah.
Then we have the whole thing about the sage going with Elezra in the desert with the copy of Rax, finding apparently Kaheliak in Istria, which is not well phrased in this case in the cinematic, because we have Istria with Kaheliak. But the tree that absorbed the child's power, who supposedly is Yaz, is Bree Tree Ruins, where in fact in the story you find one of the spirits that gets absorbed by us.
Mm-hmm.
And however, we also have Kaheliak here in Atoraxxion, which is technically the name of the tree we have there.
Yeah.
So, what tree is what? I don't know.
Yep.
So, she was like that from the start, and I was the one who had expectations.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Did I want to trust her because I wanted to believe the Dakimas were alive?
No.
Well, sort of they are.
We've come all this way with great difficulty, Yaz. And you know our purpose isn't so simple.
Aye, you're right. In any case, the heart of Atomagia ended up in the hands of the White Witch. We must stop her.
Okay, we'll stay here and investigate Orze's traces because we have you, Assistant. You must go on and stop Elezra before she does something worse. Go!
Technically, they should have added Elezra here. And yet, here we are.
Yeah, didn't they say
Psych.
about the big battle with Lesra? They said it in the...
Fuck that.
Yeah, they said in the patch, in the dev commentary, and also in the ball, that technically this is the culminating point.
Yep. And yet, here we are. Oops, Daisy. So yeah, technically Yaz, like it is implied that Yaz is the child of Yoru and Vaha, that was born imbued with a black spirit, but this black spirit was taken out of Yaz and put in Britri ruin, and that's why we find a black spirit to absorb when we visit the Britri ruin. But in theory, by imbuing the Britri, we should create Kaheliak. But actually no, because Kaheliak it is here and also in Istria ruins. I don't know, maybe they implanted the sticks like they did with Thurazil? But yeah, we are plenty of trees at this point to have Hadum pass. In theory, Hadum should be able to pass through this one, because the whole point was to create a tree to have Hadum cross the realms. So the Dark Goddess is Hadum, the Thornwood Goddess, apparently, because until now we weren't sure if they were the same deity. Apparently here they seem to imply that Hadum and the Thornwood Goddess, Dark Goddess and whatnot, are the same goddess. Are they a twisted version or cursed version of Sylvia that was born when God-eyed invaded God's realm? We don't know. What are the Dark Invaders? We were supposed to find it out here. We don't know. Oh, nice.
Yeah, again, we don't know who the fuck Lillian is. We don't know what exactly is Cathawen, what happened exactly.
Well, we kinda know. Basically, the story is that Catherine had guards, like all the royalty from Kama Sylvia. One of these guards was called Lillian, and for some reason, Orwin thought that Lillian was like older sister to her, but we have no other mention of Lillian, as far as I remember, in Kama Sylvia or Odilita main quest, because technically the only friend of Orwin was supposed to be Catherine.
Because the whole point was that Catherine was sneaking off away from the guards to play with Orwin.
Yeah, I know, but Orwin knew who the guards were. It's just that they mistreated Orwin as well.
Yes, the whole point is that they went against the whole story of Catherine.
Yeah, like, I don't get why she's so emotional, like, oh, but Cathawen, actually in her we had Lillian and I really loved her, like, then why you never mentioned her once? Oh, but because she is very shy, like, there is not an excuse to withhold informations.
And I'm playing it with the Sage, and the lack of interactions.
In theory, you were supposed to have a special cinematic, to be honest.
I didn't get shit.
Yeah,
I got
like
scammed.
in the Patrons, they said you were supposed to have a whole special cinematic.
The light was the
I guess
Patrons.
they didn't put it in the end, and they are going to put it next.
No, I don't care.
week,
We need
I
to wait
guess?
6 months so we're sure it's fucking fixed, because they said it's fixed in the patch notes. I mean, I read the patch notes. The whole point was to do it now.
Yeah.
So it's later.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be fixed. Yeah, but it's not.
So.
Oh well.
Oh well, we did our best. It is what it is.
Thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah, see y'all then. Whatever.